Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we're back with an actual episode of SDF Macross, episode 15. I was going to try and do the echo that she does, but obviously I have no effect here to do that. Try to town down.
Hmm. Also known as Chinatown. But yeah, and I would do a recap, but that would be a recap of a recap since last episode, Global Report was a clip show.
Yes,
Those
there's no real way to
basically
do this.
it's just every episode up to that episode, more or less. I mean, truncated as clip shows does. Like, how do we got here? What happened? Did the people get captured? Let me tell you about the inner thoughts of a person that had those inner thoughts somewhere across the galaxy that I have no idea how I said that.
Who was also
Oh,
in the episode.
yeah.
She was right there at the end.
And
She could have said her own thoughts.
kissing.
And coffee, because of course, what
Yeah.
would be an episode between bridge officers if there wasn't coffee involved?
Yeah.
I guess if you really want to recap and you don't feel like rewatching episode 14, go back to our recap that we gave at the start of the episode and then start watching this episode.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty effective. So otherwise, I don't think we got anything else to go on other than the fact that the crews are splitting, or at least sets of 4 characters are splitting,
Yes.
with Misa and Captain Global going to the UN base in Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
and um, Hikaru and Minmay going to Yoko somewhere. I forgot the last half of the location's name.
Yokohama.
Yokohama.
Yokohama. So they're going to Japan.
Right. Of course. Why wouldn't an anime go to Japan?
Yeah.
Other than that, though, you had any other thoughts?
No, we get back to stuff, I guess. Stuff is going to happen. Probably a
Stuff.
lot of talking, really.
Stuff is a good thing to happen in an anime. Anime without
Yeah.
stuff isn't anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. But before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen next.
Hmm.
So at this point, there's nothing new to say in the
Yeah.
opening crawl. Like, I would be surprised if something jumped out at me. Maybe the fact that he used the controls of the Valkyrie to adjust his helmet.
No, I
He
mean, I think
literally
it's just
he does this little switch here, and then the thing comes down. He didn't raise his hands up.
no. He had a hand here. He has a hand somewhere. I guess it's a button in the helmet.
I don't know. Maybe I was focusing on the control panel.
Yeah.
By the way, as many times as the Macross has fallen from the sky, I would not hover above a city.
Huh.
Unless that's meant to be the episode 1 where it falls. I just kind of assume that this is taken from all throughout the show. Although I
Yeah.
guess in hindsight, they probably made this with only like what they knew about episode 1 and 2, and they kept writing
Mm-hmm.
it along the way, storyboarding and whatnot.
Yeah.
So in which case, maybe it all is just like the first. I don't know if you call it an arc or not.
Yeah.
Everything that happens before it folds off into Pluto orbit.
I mean, we see in the intro that they're firing the gun while they're flying, right? Not when it really happened, which when
Yeah,
they were on the ground.
yeah,
So
you're right. It was still on that platform thing. Sometimes old style animation looks like they're just sliding across the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Blue for go.
Of course, if any member of the audience is colorblind, it would be black. So it's like, okay.
Well, I guess depending what kind of color blindness you have.
Yeah.
Because I know some some people do see, like, blue is a color blindness color for use for people who can't see green, especially when you're trying to differentiate blue from green.
Oh, so every commander has the same problem.
So from a clip show to a joke episode.
Oh, wow. His uniform changed. And his face. And the color of his skin.
And his
They were
hair.
using...
On close-up,
Yeah,
his hair
everything.
was green.
Yeah.
Was smoking on the bridge.
Even the same joke about not smoking.
Ah, commanders, they're all the same.
Yeah.
勤務時間が終わりましたので。
あ、ご苦労だった。
お疲れ様。
中行ったら一人でマクロス機界隈の祭り行くつもりでしょう。
さあ、どうかしらね。
Nope. I got this real fucker who's gonna join me.
I hope that horse is fake, because otherwise, where the heck did they get a real horse?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume they flew in a bunch of this stuff since they're on Earth again. We saw all those helicopters and everything.
And yet the mayor is still the mayor.
I mean, yeah. I guess this is like a Battlestar Galactica thing, right? You get the military authority and you get the civil authority.
なんでここの連中は惑星に降りたぐらいでこんなに騒ぐんだ。
違うかも。それよりこの酒はうまいぞ。お前も飲めよ。あ、なかなかの飲みっぷりじゃねえか。記録を取らないといけない。今日は仕事抜きだ。
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess the whole point is that they're supposed to be learning about our society, right? And I guess they're doing it.
He has the keys?
Clearly, this is Roy's apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
絶世の美女が来てるのに。可愛い顔して不死身のフォッカーがね。
I know it's his name, but when you add a little attachments to it.
相変わらずいい曲線だな。いや、少しやつれたかな。
何言ってるの
Oh, he's quick.
I mean, she did invite herself into his room and
Yeah.
basically wandered right up into him, started making comments, so. Oh, what are those two kids doing?
さあ、どいてどいて。
うっかりおじさんとこへ挨拶にも寄れない。
Well, I don't know. Seemed pretty good with a little vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah.
いや。ん
大変そうだね。
でもみんな大切なファンの人たちだもんね。
I mean, they're being respectful. There's literally just a rope separating you.
最初に会った頃より優しいわね。
Oh, wow.
What you mean when I fucking saved your life?
よろしくね。承知してます。時間通り帰ってよ。いくらご両親のところへ帰ると言っても、スケジュールに穴を開けたらマネージャーの私として。
分かってるわ。私だってもう素人じゃないもん。
さあ、分かってるならいいの。行きます。離れてください。じゃあね。
She's got the one song and it has to play in the background.
I mean, budgets are what they are.
なこの感じ。
何が？
What, you mean when it was your plane?
Also, where's your seatbelt, Min May? You know, it's basic planes. I don't want. You got to put it there at the seatbelt.
You remember what she was like last time she was in this thing?
Yeah.
Getting juggled from a hand to a cockpit and back out again. And that's when MechWarrior sued.
何はしゃいでんですか隊長。なんだお前らか。
なんではないでしょう。
すまんすまん。我々はこれから帰還します。
隊長はここから先、リンメイちゃんと二人っきりで恋の道行き。いいな、いいな。あはは。
バカなんじゃない。
照れなくてもいいですよ。
Yeah, because that would have been a great move.
どうぞごゆっくり。
I'll show him by drifting into him.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars of military hardware ruined.
And people dying.
二人きりになれるなんて。ようやくゆっくりできるわ。でも帰ってからがまた大変。休んだ分埋めなくちゃならないの。
あんまり無理するなよ。
帰ってすぐテレビの録画撮りでしょ。それから舞台とあと映画も撮るのよ。映画なんて初めて。なかなか大変なのよ。
Conceivably, Min-Mei has no reason to ever go back to the Macross.
ありがとう。でも
I mean, she is famous in the Macross. She's not famous outside of
She
it.
beat a famous movie star who got stuck on the Macross in a contest. I mean, when
And
that
she
that
fell sick.
recording goes out, that
Yeah.
woman is going to be embarrassed, and Min-Mei is going to have a career off of that.
That's a big base.
作りですね。
ご覧、まだこんなところだ。何しろ深さ6キロはあるからな。ところで君はグランドキャノンというのを知ってるかね。
いいえ。
地球の重力場をエネルギー源にマクロスの手法原理を応用して7、8年前から作業を進めているものだ。方針
I
は
don't know how that would work.
縦穴を利用するというどでかい代物だよ。
まあ、じゃあみんな大砲の中で暮らしているわけですか？
そういうところだな。
Okay, we're as dumb as the Centrati are.
いえ、父に連れられて何度か。
Fire the cannon! Sir, you sure? We're literally inside of it.
そうだろうね。
It's one-shot cannon.
の学生どころか、士官でさえも滅多に入れんところだ。しかしまあ。
はい。
いやいやいや、厳しさには定評のある早瀬提督も一人娘には甘いというわけだ。
Oh, she is the admiral's daughter.
知りませんでした。
I think at some point she did say she had connections. No, remember the Reggie scene? Not Reggie, what's his name?
Rayburn.
Yeah.
Rayburn.
Yeah, because he talked about her dad. Or they talked about her dad.
館長もご一緒に。
いい顔だ、早瀬君。
Don't be creepy.
敵から脱出してこっちそういう笑顔を見なかったからね。
You know what helps people get over trauma? Bringing it back up.
首脳部を説得させることができるかどうかが鍵だな。君には荷が重いかもしれんが、わしと一緒に頑張ってみてくれたまえ。
はい、努力してみます。
結構だ。
カプセル内は禁煙です。タバコはご遠慮ください。
やれやれ、ここでもか。シャミばかりが機械にまで言われてしもうた。
館長、残してきたマクロスが気になるんですね。
I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the machine.
館長は心配事とか何
That
か
had the
がある
effect
と
of a camera zoom in, so.
あ、そうか。それは気づかなかった。まあ、すぐには攻めてはくるまい。
Oh, that's a big train. There's huge space between the seats, you know.
そう長くはあるまい。
Well, I mean, you never know how many people you're gonna need to move, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still pretty confident that they're not gonna get attacked for some reason.
I mean, it's on the ground, so I guess they make precautions.
First episode, the Macross got shot on the ground.
No, but they're underground.
No, they said I'm pretty sure the attack isn't going to be coming soon.
Oh.
Like, not implying that they weren't going to be on attack, but these Zentradi weren't going to attack.
Well, if you had any doubt that we were in Japan, there's Mount Fuji.
Well,
And
I'm going to doubt until I see Tokyo Tower.
Well, they go into Yokohama, so it has its own tower.
Well, then I don't know where we're at. I can't tell you how many anime I watch with Tokyo Tower is just the main thing.
君も早瀬隊。
はい提督。
二人とも着席したまえ。それでは始めようか。
レポートを手にした統合軍首脳はグローバルとミサイ
You
ル
might remember it. It was just last
そ
episode.
してその直後2人は総司令部の反応に対する観測の甘さを痛いほど思い知らされることになったのである。
この潮風の匂い。違うのよね、他と
I
は。
mean, literally, the Macross landed in the ocean.
浜なんだわ。
Salt air is all you've been smelling.
せっかく港の見える丘
I heard that actually salt air comes from the fact that the things that decay close shore.
ほら、
So it's not the same.
マリンタワー。立った時は高さ900メートルで世界一高かったのよ。私と同い年なの。
そう。
ほら、もっと感激しろ。横浜大飯店って関東菜館があってよかった、変わってない。
日本じゃないみたいだ。
だから中華街っていうのよ。海南飯
Your
店
boy's the smart one, isn't he?
ここ。
ここ？
そう。よかった、私の家はまだあった。
だってまだ1年も経ってな
I
いんだ。
swear, in like episode 2 or 3, she had listed some C name place in actual China as our home. This is what's throwing me off every time.
お嬢さん。とにかく
ってち何が。あ、ミンメ。ただいま。
あんたって人は統合戦争に巻き込まれて死んだってとっくに。
How long have you been gone?
この方は
ヒカルくん、私この人に助けてもらったの。
ありがとうございます。
So she left here
困っちゃうな。
to visit her aunt and uncle at Macross City. And her mother thought she died in the Unification Wars?
I think they're gonna explain that right now.
I'll be honestly weird if one of these admirals explains why Min-Mei parents thought she was dead.
その理由はさっきの報告の中に。
たとえ報告が事実としてもギャップがだね。早瀬隊、いい加減にしたまえ。
提督。
閣下、私の提出した要請は認可いただけますか。
交渉プランと5万6千人の避難民の処遇か。
その件に関してはこれから審議を行う。
艦長、どうしてなんですか。
あれだけが本心とは思えんが。
本心ではないというと。
彼らは政治家でもあるのだよ。早瀬隊。
駆け引きなんかしていて間に合うんでしょうか、私たち。
I mean, I appreciate the fact that they seem to want to negotiate with the Zentradi. So,
Well, it seems that the plan seems to be coming from Captain Global.
well, yeah, well,
そうです。
they is at least somebody.
帰れたというのに軍艦の中で歌手だなんて。
どうせ慰問部隊みたいなもんだろ。
古いんだわ。
Wow, a comfort woman.
何度言われようと私マクロスに帰るもん。こんなチャンス逃してたまるもんですか。
いかんいかん。お前はもうどこへも行ってはならん。
行く。マクロスにだってテレビ局はあるしレコードだって出るし今度は映画にも出演するんだもんね。ヒカル。
And I guess so. You told me about it.
誰が信じる。
本当だもん。
一人娘だというのにゆくゆくはこの店を継いで婿を取って。
あなたどうです。一つこのこと。
僕がいや、それは
やめてよ。 光困ってるじゃない。そんな関係じゃないんだから。それに私には
There it goes.
I mean, if you tell everybody that, I guess it's true.
なんですからね。
まだそんなこと言って。
何があったんです？重大事って民名。
This was a dude the whole time?
俺は夢でも見てるのか。
Sorry, I have that whole list of character images from behind the voice actors thing. I thought this was like an older sister or an aunt. I did not expect this to be a guy.
船便も何もないし、聞けば島が壊滅したっていうじゃないか。
すごかったもんね。
Destroyed is a weird way to put that.
あら、おじさんやおばさん。
Then I found out the island was missing. Be better.
マクロスの中。
マクロスの
知らなかったの？
何も。あ、失礼。
紹介するわ、ヒカル。いとこのリン・カイフン。私のお兄さん代わりなの。
よろしく。
こちら一条注意。マクロスの戦闘機乗り。私の命の恩人よ。
一条光です。
そうですか。軍人が民間人を助けるのは当然ですが。
It was a quick tone change.
あら、私を助けた時はまだ軍人じゃなかったわよ。
ほう、それじゃ後で入隊？
そうです。
軍隊のどこがいいんですか？
え？
Freak of rots.
遅いな。
All the Chinese food you can eat.
そうですか。
ただし敵軍との接触及び停戦交渉案は却下。
しかしあれだけの敵に対抗し続けることは
分かっとらんようだね。ゼントラーディ軍は我々とは全くメンタリティの異なる異星人だ。たとえもし君たちの推測通り彼らの祖先が我々によく似た人間だとしても今は違うのだよ。グローバル準将。
Based on what?
異星人相手に下手な和平交渉はかえって逆効果になりかねん。
わかりました。ではマクロスに乗っている5万6千人の民間人を下ろすだけでも。
彼らは全員死亡している。したがって下船することはありえん。
何です？
What the fuck is going on?
異星人と交戦中であることを公表できると思うか。地球全土にパニックが起こる。我々はマクロスが宇宙に飛んだ直後報道管制を敷いた。マクロスを襲ったのは
I'm sorry, did nobody else in the world? Like with a telescope or something? Or binoculars even? For some of those ships.
それを今になって事の真相を知る5万6千もの亡霊を解き放せると思うか。
なんてこと。
彼らをここで引き止めれば暴動を起こしかねません。それこそ苦労の末に地球までたどり着いたんです。
それを抑えるのが君の腕だ。それにもし
Also, we just let 2 civilians go to Japan. What are you talking about? They're dead.
民間人を乗せたマクロスに敵の注意を引ける。
何ですと？
今まで通り敵の注意を引きつけてくれ。その間に我々は反撃準備を整える。危険だが時間稼ぎをしてもらおう。
お父様、それはあんまりです。せめて民間人。
はい、市場を持ち込むな。君と私は親子ではあるが、ここでは軍人同士なのだ。
敵軍がマクロスを無視し
That
て
cold
地
look.
球に直接攻撃をかける可能性もありますが。
分析の結果、その可能性は低い。詳しい作戦指示は追って伝える。以上。
And the gun sound. Well, this was a fucking stupid meeting. Glad we came back.
Yep. Now we know why nobody recognized Minmay and know why she was alive.
Not really. The whole "we thought you died in the Unification War" is still complete nonsense.
No, because I think what they said was that they were remnants of the anti-unification forces destroyed the island.
That doesn't even make sense. The island's missing. It got ripped up into space. There's no island there. It's different from being destroyed. No, dude, the plane has 2 seats.
カイフンなら安心して頼めるわ。
任せてください。
So how long till this guy becomes an enemy? Time to go back to the Macross and explain to everybody you're dead. No going anywhere any other again.
かしあれは統合軍幹部として当然の処置なのだ。理解してほしい。そしてこれは親としての頼みなのだ。早くマクロスを降りたまえ。いくらでも
And now he's a hypocrite.
あのような危険な場所に自分の娘を。
それで一人も彼女できないの？
ああ、世界中ふらついたからね。
でも兄さんに彼女ができたらやっちゃうな。
And this episode did not play out well for anybody.
そうじゃないけど
For maybe him.
じゃあなんだ。
いいじゃないよ。
あのね、ただでさえ荷重がかかってんだから暴れないでくれる？
光ったら気取っちゃってさ。
に気取ってなんか。
Maybe because I could pop this hatch and dump you into the ocean and nobody would know. Technically, you're dead.
それぞれの思いを胸に家路を急いでいた。あのマクロスの中の我が家へと。
Mixed feelings. Should be all bad feelings. Nobody had a
Yeah.
good time here.
民名のいとこリン・カイフンはマクロス管内に移された我が家に帰ってきた。そしてこの一風変わった情
Is
勢
everybody that goes to the Macross now considered dead
マクロ
too?
ス管内にも新たな波紋を巻き起こしていく。次回超時空要塞マクロスカンフーダンダン。
Okay. But also our hotshot pilot guy from the Zentradi seems to be back
Yeah.
in Earth orbit, which can't be great for a giant. Feels like any of the Zentradi trying to go to Earth in a normal human body, or I mean in a giant body, should just like have a heart attack and die immediately.
I mean, that other giant survived long enough. They attacked on their pod, so
Oh yeah, I guess fair enough. They could have some sort of weird special suit squeezing them the right way. Weird way to put that. You know, like the pressure suits that push the blood up to the places that needed to be. But I don't know, the same concept of why they say that like dinosaurs and everything like all the giant things that existed when the Earth's atmosphere was more oxygen rich. That sort of thing, that they had different like exoskeletons and everything to survive here and they would not survive today.
megafauna still exists, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's plant life. I'm talking
Mhm.
about, like, I don't know the science behind it, but I know there's tons of videos out there from, like, 1990s to today. Well, obviously, I'm talking about television shows now when I say 1990s. I'm sorry, I remember back when the Discovery Channel actually did science of some
Yeah.
weird variety, but they did science. And it was, like, shows of, like, why you couldn't be a giant. Like, your body would not be able to, like, pump blood correctly in Earth's gravity. So yeah, an actual invasion. I guess they're susceptible to bullets too, so... No, this is just a fucking dumb episode from the Earth side of things.
Hmm.
Also, yeah. Come on, Captain Global and Misa. We have a debriefing we want you to have in Alaska. By the way, is it cool if we send a couple of our civilians to Japan? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, no, wait, they're dead. Oh, wait. We
guess
can't
they
let
didn't
people
tell
see them.
I guess they didn't tell anybody about that. They just took off and, well,
I guess the Misa's manager didn't get the message that Misa's dead, or they didn't
Yeah.
like send any record requests anywhere.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's dumb from all directions. I'm not a fan of Kaifun. Was that his name?
Yeah. Lin Kaufman, who is the cousin. The cousin.
Yeah, well, I mean I don't know how far we're gonna go with that because I'm pretty sure I know where you're reading too, but I don't know. I'm putting him in the same category as Genius, somebody who's gonna turn into a villain at some point. And I mean, not like a show villain, maybe not like he's gonna turn on all humanity, but like Genius is gonna betray Hikaru to get like close to Minmay or something. I don't know what the fuck Kaifun's gonna do, but he reads as bad news. So
Yeah.
also not a fan of Minmay's parents, obviously. The overprotective, domineering types.
I mean, I could understand that they thought their daughter was dead.
In a war
Don't
that
know much
happened
about-
years ago.
No. But remember that the excuse was that when the Macross took off, somebody destroyed the island.
The unification war.
That,
They
that
said the unification war, though. If the anti-UN forces were still around and somehow had a completely island-destroying bomb that they've never used before, but just now did, that would be a terrorist incident. That would not be a. Oh no, the unification war is still going on. It's been over.
I think it's just a matter of mistranslation. But I think the excuse is that they destroy the island.
That's also a pretty dumbass excuse if you think about it, right? Because you don't say, oh yeah, they had a bomb that destroyed an entire fucking island off the face of the earth, and that's when people stop asking questions, right? There's nobody else on the planet that's left like, who the fuck, how'd they get that many explosives? You know, the news agencies across the world would be asking so many more questions.
Well, they did say that they took control of the media when they shut it down. So probably right now the UN command is at the military dictatorship.
Yeah, clearly they're the good guys. Right? There's
I
no
didn't
more.
say that though.
Oh, I'm just saying you don't start off with let me describe the protagonists. First off, they took control of the world's media for their own good. You know, this is not great. I think the next step is the Macross should just fly off into space and never come back.
Well, that was the orders that were given to them to distract.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just
Centrati.
I'm just saying
because they're preparing a counterattack of some sort. I don't know with what.
Well, I mean, it looked like missiles, or I should say, reactionary weapons. It looks like it's what their plan is. Despite having that giant 6-kilometer gun that they all live inside of, because that's how you want that to work. I don't know. This is just dumb on so many levels. Like, I don't know where the Earth government is coming from. Like, we should hide the fact that we're being surrounded by... it is Stargate, now that I think about it. We should hide the fact that we're under assault by alien forces all the time. And sometimes they send ships that we barely defend ourselves against. It's literally Stargate Command.
Or Mass Effect 2. Giant alien comes to our headquarters of the galaxy. Oh no, that was somebody else who bothered us.
I think on the benefit of Mass Effect 2 is that everybody has spaceships and they're going all over the place, and that's a lot more levels of cover-up and, I guess, self-denial and whatnot, versus Stargate, which is literally just one government on one planet, and then sometimes the Russians get involved, and it's like, I don't know. This is like if the whole world... I guess this is like Stargate Atlantis, maybe. Well, no, because then we told everybody, right? I don't know. This is metaphor is going off the rails for me. I just don't get it. It's like when Earth first contacts them out in space, and they say we can't share what our plan is with you. We are rebuilding our forces. They've been decimated or whatever. Do you have to keep doing this thing? And then it's like we land. By the way, you're all dead. You all are dead. I know it's really gonna fuck with your pension, but there's no coming back from this. You can't say that we're all dead and then take it back later and have it work out. That's not how bureaucracy works, for one thing.
Yeah, I think it's more of the humans on Earth are just panicking, and they're like, oh, this happened. Oh, we were prepared for this, but we didn't expect it to be this bad this quickly. And they're like, yeah, everybody's dead, and it was some terrorist attack, and we're keeping you safe, blah, 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 and, sure, whatever.
I mean, it's not even the humans of Earth anymore. It's like the Admiralty of the UN.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's fucking insane. Obviously, if I just keep going, all I'm going to do is complain about it. So, you have any other thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is where things get... Ironically, I think this is where things get very interesting with all the characters, because this is supposed to be like the big shakeup, right? Because the story up to this point is like, we need to go back to Earth. We need to go back to Earth. Okay, we're here now. Normally, this would the show would end, right? But now it's like, but we're in the middle of the season, so it's like, what do we do? It turns out you're all dead.
Well, I mean, the show couldn't end. We still have this atrocity.
Yeah, but normally, a show if the goal of the show is to bring the heroes back to the planet, then normally that would you expect would happen. Right?
Well, I mean, on the next time on, they didn't show us much of the civilian population, but their whole thing is let's go back home, and now you have no home. You know, well, I mean, I guess two senses, right? One, we destroyed your home when we folded and ripped, Macross City out of the earth. Two, you also have no home because you're legally dead. And I assume that they're not going to want that information to get out, despite the fact that information already got out by the 2 civilians we let loose. But this is really bad, and it doesn't seem like if you're not dead when somebody sees you, they're going to make you dead.
Yeah. I mean, Captain Global says, I'm going to have a riot if I tell the civilians that they have to stay stuck in this ship after they come back, right? There's 20,000 of us. There's 50,000 of them. We're outnumbered in our own ship.
Well, I mean, extreme situations, I guess you could just transform and then not seal the bulkheads. I know, I'm just saying, it's like, what? What are we gonna do? Also, the majority of our fighting forces are fighter pilots, not like Marines or the Army or anything. We haven't seen any of those.
Oh, no, I mean, that's the ground-based mechs are for. We've seen a lot of
Yeah,
those.
but those are pilots. They're all pilots.
No, they're like Marines and they're Army guys. I mean, they're treated more like tanks than fighter planes. So yeah,
I don't know why, because they all have jets. They all have jets in them. Yeah, the Destroids have jets in them too. They go all flying through the air. Why wouldn't those people have pilot training and not?
No. We've seen ground units that don't fly. I mean, they just.
No, I'm saying we've seen the Destroids have jets in their feet. They fly off and engage too. Remember, there was the one episode where Hikaru was in a Destroid. And Misa chews him out for not having a ghost with him.
That, if you go back to that episode, that was armor that was added to a regular Valkyrie. They get shut off, and then he transforms.
Okay, well, the Hikaru example notwithstanding, I'm pretty sure we've seen Destroids fly off, too. But, I mean, I don't know. They're all basically the same thing. Why?
No.
Well, I mean, why would you... you're fighting giants. Why would you fill the thing with normal-sized people? Right? At this point, what would a normal army man be able to do against this Entrati giant?
I mean, that's why they have the Destroids and the fighter pilots and all that. That's the whole point.
Well, my point with that is that pilots are like 1 to a unit, right? I'm not mean like an army unit. I mean 1 to like a Destroid, and you only have a limited number of Destroids. Versus having a whole squad or a battalion of army guys. Obviously,
I mean, if a riot happens, unless they try to step on people, it's gonna get ugly.
Well, I mean, also assumedly they have police forces, civilian police forces, which are not going to appreciate being dead either. I don't know. This is a crazy situation. And it's not something that, like, an Admiralty should be able to just, like, I'm going to tell 2 command staff members, now get back and tell everybody else. How do you tell the first person, right? All right, Preshow, gather up. You're all dead.
You have no choice. Those are the orders, unless you're willing to defy the orders.
But, Admiral, my bridge crew is made up of 16-year-old girls.
Yeah.
None of this works out well. I guess the next step is you get Minmay to tell everybody. No one's gonna be mad at Minmay. Hey Minmay, I need your next song to be "Welcome Back to Earth" and we're all dead. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep rambling on if you let me. So,
yeah.
This has been an episode of SDF Macross. I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. We will catch you for the next episode. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?